Hi, time creators. Welcome back to the video blog or the vlog. We're going to talk about priorities today, but we're going to take a little different track than I normally would on priorities. We always think about priorities, I think, as external things. All of the different things we have to get done in our lives. We've got a business, we've got a job, we've got dogs, we've got kids, we've got families, we've got, things to do with our friends. All of those different priorities, those are external priorities, at least in my world. And those are things that we spend a lot of time planning. We do a lot of things with that. But I want to focus on the internal priorities today. Internal priorities is one of those things that I don't think we all focus on as much as we should. It's that piece of you, knowing yourself, knowing how to get things done for yourself and prioritize yourself, which I know all of my mom friends have a huge trouble doing. I know that people who have a lot of pull with family have huge trouble doing. And even I have trouble doing it, and I'm only me. So you've got to know yourself. You've got to know what your body is telling you. You've got to know what your mind is telling you. You've got to be able to learn how to quiet your mind so that you can get the body in alignment. There are a lot of things that go along with that. I'm going to be very simple today and just tell you, pay attention to what your body is telling you. So I noticed this last week or so, I was having a lot of really interesting, sharp back pain in a very specific spot in my body. And it turns out that it wasn't anything medical. It was all in my head. It was all about this problem that I'm having. I'm going to have to travel, which always makes me a little anxious. And so that anxiety was causing issues. And then I have some anxiety and some fear around just making that trip happen, taking time off of work, and then there's a little bit of anxiety and fear about this training program that I'm starting today. So I wanted to let you guys know that all of this stuff happens for everybody. And you need to know yourself well enough to know when these things are happening to you and then develop those strategies on how to handle it. So for me, it was I went to a dance class, which always makes me happy and gets me moving. And then I went and did some acupuncture, which always is helpful for me. It forces me to relax because you can't move while they put needles in you. So I take a little nap and relax, which for me, it's really hard to do that when I feel like I have a lot to do and I have a lot of things to make happen. So it's knowing yourself and knowing what is happening within you that's going to help you handle all of the other things that are going to come at you. Because what happens when we have all these priorities that come at us all at once, and all of a sudden all of these things feel like they're crashing down upon us, we need to be able to take that time to kind of center ourselves and know that we can handle it. Here's what I can put off. Here's what I need to do right now at this exact moment. But if you don't have that time and you don't feel like you have the time, because we always have time. It's a matter of what we feel like we have and not have. And you don't feel like you know yourself enough to take that extra breath, that extra slow down, that calming sense. If you don't have that, you're not going to be able to handle the flurry of junk that's going to come at you. So it's really important that you know yourself, know how you can take care of that, and move forward. That's all I've got for you today. We'll have more on planning and priorities, external priorities later. But you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.